Every couple of decades or so, somebody comes along and changes the game. The nice thing about being from New Jersey is they never see us coming. In New Orleans, Louis Armstrong did it for jazz. Chicago, Willie Dixon did it for the blues. In Macon, Georgia, Little Richard did it for rock and roll. Now, occasionally, the game changers don't get the credit, especially us Italians. After all, everybody knows Alessandro Volta invented the light bulb, but that shifty Thomas Edison filled out the paperwork. Everybody knows Antonio Meucci invented the telephone, but that rat, Alexander Graham Bell, filled out the paperwork. Am I right? But one game-changing Italian that does get the credit, at least tonight, no paperwork necessary, is the guy who revolutionized domestic adult entertainment, otherwise known as cable TV, with a little show called The Sopranos. Without The Sopranos, there ain't no Wire, no Breaking Bad, no Mad Men, no Boardwalk Empire, no Ray Donovan. Most importantly, God forbid, no Lilyhammer. And therefore, no Tulsa King, if you catch my drift. And HBO would have never had the bread to make Game of Thrones, so you can forget about that one too. And now that he has transformed a medium that once was, let's face it, mostly mindless entertainment with narrative depth, ambiguous morality, elevated anti-heroes to protagonists, and took TV from the bottom of the entertainment hierarchy all the way to the top. Now that he has accomplished this miracle, what's he want to do? He wants to make movies. The industry he single-handedly made irrelevant. But that's the kind of guy he is. Uncompromising, unrelenting, innovative, idealistic, romantic to a fault, and yes, a cynical, self-destructive contrarian. In other words, my kind of guy. Let's learn about David Chase's pathway to great producing.
Welcome New Jersey Hall of Famer David Chase. Chase was born into a working-class Italian-American family, growing up in a small garden apartment in both Clifton and North Caldwell, New Jersey. Young David watched matinee crime films and studied filmmaking at Stanford. He started in Hollywood as a story editor, but he quickly moved up to producing The Rockford Files, as well as the quirky Northern Exposure. For The Sopranos, David drew heavily from his personal life and experiences growing up in New Jersey. David applied his own family dynamic to mobsters. The Sopranos changed television forever by pushing the creative boundaries of morally complicated characters that left audiences feeling like they were part of the familia. Jersey strong, Jersey proud. David Chase.
It is my honor and pleasure to induct into the New Jersey Hall of Fame the Louis Armstrong, Willie Dixon, Little Richard, and Antonio Meucci of TV. My mentor, my hero, and my soul brother for life, Mr. David Chase.
Thank you. Like the song says, it's only gabagool, but I like it. Just hit me. Anyway, This is really a huge honor for me. It was very unexpected. It's probably more unexpected to my parents, wherever they are. They never mentioned me in the same breath as Thomas Edison. And I need to thank the state of New Jersey for this and for actually just about everything. And I want to thank the Hall of Fame from way, way deep in my heart. Thank you so much. This is a treat beyond measure. I want to thank my extended family, the Sposatos, for being here today. I want to thank them also for, I think, putting the example, putting the idea in my head of becoming an artist. I'm pretty sure about that. Now, I especially need to thank my other family, the Sopranos. They are here in force, including this other Hall of Famer right here. And I certainly would not be up at this microphone without each and every one of them, especially Mr. Gandolfini from Ridgewood. And that family of mine deserves a huge hand. They know it. You know it. They should stand up if they want to. Incredible actors, executives, writers, and so many people can't be here who should be, but they just can't make it. But anyway, there they are. My parents emigrated to New Jersey from Westchester. I was 4, so I'm not strictly speaking a native of New Jersey, but I did something better than that. I married a Jersey girl. In fact, her name is Denise Annette Kelly. She's from the far end of Bloomfield Avenue, Caldwell, the last stop on the 29 bus. We met at West Essex High School, directly pre-Beatles, and then a few years later, we went down into the foxhole together. And actually, I have to say, Denise made my life. Whatever I am, she did it. And it's the absolute truth. Courageous, generous, smart, funny. She gave me so much advice that I needed really badly. Unfortunately, for health reasons, Denise can't be here with us, which makes me sad. But our daughter, Michelle Kelly Chase, is here. She's always been nothing but a warlike supporter, but more than that, she probably doesn't think this, but I've learned a lot from her, a lot. Anyway, after 1950 or so, after my family moved to Clifton from Mount Vernon across the river, my mother and my father and I used to drive over the GW Bridge every 2 weeks to visit my grandmother, Teresa Melfi. And on the way back, I used to beg my father to take the long way home. This is going way back, which meant down the West Side Highway into Manhattan, where at that time, the prows of enormous ships used to loom over the highway, into the Lincoln Tunnel, and finally into the Meadowlands, i.e. New Jersey. the greatest gateway possible. It quickly became, I think, my most creative wellspring of my life. As a local poet said, "'Neath the refinery's glow, where the deep black rivers flow." And he had that right. It was a dreamscape, especially at the age of 5 or 6. The blinking lights on the top of radio towers, the deep black rivers, which always got my attention, the planes landing and sailors' bars and stuff. I don't know why, but it got me. And then when I did research for The Sopranos, I found out that the Meadowlands is the largest urban wilderness in the world. I can't think of another urban wilderness, but that's okay. I speak about the Meadowlands because it really did open up my imagination to the rest of the state, then the rest of the country and the rest of the world. And thank you, New Jersey, for everything, really. Thank you. Including Taylor Ham, really.